All right, hi, this is Attican and welcome to part 4 of our playthrough of Scenario 7, the Southern Route. So we've got to basically found Flagstaff, grow our population a little more, finish off this Anita task, and then we've got all this stuff down here where we've got to grow Arizona and get that Grand Junction, El Paso to San Francisco, which we can't get out to yet. So let's get going here. What I want to do, change of heart, I absolutely want to blow up this Anita route as soon as we get it completed. But I think first I want to go, see, how many people do we need? About 54,000. So we're getting some growth here, pretty good growth in our original 4. We've even got business opportunities here. So if we could get these guys growing, I think we'd be very happy. So let's do this. Let's go. How do I want to do this? So many ways we could do this. Let's go with station and Flagstaff, reasonably level area, something like that. And then let's get a line going down like this that brings lumber down there. And then we could decide, do we want to go around these guys? I think it's probably worth it. We don't necessarily need a bridge there. Okay, we don't have to have a bridge. That's actually pretty doggone cheap right there. Oh wait, that does... What in the world? I mean, do we have to move the Indians? It looks like we do. Ah, shoot. Go out a little more. Blow that up. Good grief. We'll come in like that. We'll go over here, get rid of this tunnel. Get rid of this tunnel. Get rid of that tunnel. Straighten this out so we can get max speed. That looks really good. We're going to have to move the Indians. They're going to cost 187. Let's go. And let's just see if we can do anything with money. We cannot. What about research? Look, I think we're saving up here for the 200 for the maintenance improvements. So let's move the Indians and then save up the money for save up the money. Oh, wait, a lot going on here. Okay, we got our research. There are 2 stars. Now let's save up to 3 stars, so we can get the steam superheater, and then we'll maybe get the American, which would really help our express lines because it's 82, and the DeGlen is how fast? 66. So yeah, that would be a tremendous help to get that much faster. We get much better ticket prices with that train. And I think we probably, while we're waiting, we close that overlays. This train right here has 33 and we need, yeah, that's going to do it. That train is going to do it. We're going to kill this line otherwise. So there's 5 trains here we could blow up right away if we can find them. I don't know what that's weak. It doesn't tell me which line we're talking about. Here's one going to Anita. Be careful not to blow up the line. I'll tell you what, I'm going to stop right there. We're just going to, let's ride this guy up to victory. So you can see he's going 40 miles an hour up this steep hill. 35, he's still doing well. The shays are pretty awesome. Very steep hill, and he's keeping his momentum. He's slowing down some, but doing all right. Here we go. There's the city ahead.
More and more
So there we go.
travel with our rail line. Not because they want to start a new life in the West, though. On the contrary, they're tourists. Especially in this area, the demand is huge to see the Grand Canyon up close. In the small town of Anita, people know how to turn this potential market into ringing cash registers.
Okay, there's a lot of money for us. Good deal. All right, let's go build that track, double track. And we're going to run trains from here to here, running full. Shay 1. We're going to copy that. Wait a minute. I didn't know what I meant to do. I meant to edit, copy the line, add a train, and go. And copy the line and add a train and go. So now we got 3 trains running down there, and as soon as they all hit, that task will be done. Then we want to have, I think we're going to do like maybe a, let's do something like this, maybe. Actually, it's better down here. Or maybe, let's see, pointed this way. Oh, that works. That's fine. All right, let's go up here. And let's go up, like this. And, of course, we're not going to take that route. We'll go over here off the mountain. Come down here. And off this mountain. Raise that up, raise this up. Raise this up. Now you can see how as soon as we had that track, then we have to move the Indians. We can run tunnels right under the village. I can't imagine trying to sleep there at night, but we could do that if we wanted to. Ooh, 5. That's 5. 5 all the way is pretty good. This right here, I think if we could keep max and 5. That's good. That's good. And we're going to have to move the Indians again. Another village of Indians. Let's get a couple of trains going like here to here. Running full. Freight 1 and then copy 2. Okay. And then the last thing we need would be the meat. I think we'll go out here. Hook in Kingman, which produces meat. Like that. Swing it out a little bit more. Okay. Double track that. And I'm going to set up a line that goes from here to here to here to here. But I'm going to have it this first time run full. So it'll leave with 8 meat. Freight line, Shay, go. Then we're going to go down here and found the city of Yuma. And we'll go up here and hook into something like that. Okay, then we want to get these matched up a little more properly, like this. And let's see here. Got our lumber for Flagstaff. So I'm going to take the trains from Miller to Flagstaff. I'm going to repurpose them and have them go run fulls to Yuma. Oh, maybe I am. We must be missing a... Doesn't seem like it though. And then we got the switch here. Oh, I see. I see. I want to have a 4 wide out here. And I really want 4 wide on this end too. Although this would work just with the 2 right now. Why don't we let that run on up through there? Yeah, actually that'll work for right now. I don't want to mess with the lines too much. So this, the ones that are going to, it's 3 different trains actually. So we're going to edit them. Instead of going to Flagstaff with their full load, they're going to go to Yuma. Yuma. Ah, shoot. This one, going to Flagstaff. I want it to go to Yuma. So that'll establish that. And then I think this grain, I'm going to, I think I can do this without resetting it. I'm not going to take a chance. I'm going to let it get up there and unload first. Mess with these lines. I do not want it to do some weird turnaround on me. Okay, now I can take this train and say, don't go to Flagstaff, go to Yuma. And this one, no, that's the meat. Okay, that establishes the Flagstaff. Now, this line here, I'm going to edit it, and it doesn't have to be full anymore, but it can just keep running. And then we want to have a line that goes from here to here. Well, actually, like this. Come a pass through to Yuma, but again I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to say it has to have 8. It's a freight line, and it has to have 8 to leave this first time. So hopefully, you know what? Let me check something. I remember seeing this last. Yeah, look at that. I noticed this earlier when I happened to hit Yuma. Yuma actually has 8 meat from, I guess our buddy Walter has brought it in there. So this line we just created here, I'm hoping we just created a line. Yeah. Where do you go? This is Yuma. Kingman to Yuma. Doesn't have to be full. It can just run. And it'll be empty at first. But we've got stuff coming in here. This one will retire this once it delivers. I think it's just one train, isn't it? Yes. Okay. And what are you? There's logs coming into Yuma. Now this is going to be a warehouse right here. It's going to be a pass-through warehouse for everything. And right now, I want to put a weaver in Flagstaff. Okay. And then I want to go out here to this wool and run it up there to Flagstaff. Kind of a direct line. We don't want it to be passing through our pass-through warehouse. And we could add it as an item in there, but I don't want to take up the space for wool. I want to have a direct line that goes to Flagstaff. So we will do it like this. We'll do let's see, we'll link over from the outside because that's the easiest one to work with. And we'll come in like this. We're going to move. Give me the right button. We're going to move this. We're going to demolish that supply tower and put our line in. There we go. Like this. And we're going to have a direct line that goes from the wool to Flagstaff. Okay. Now, we need this city to found. Okay, they're obviously this has just gotten there, so we can get rid of that train. And what in the world are you? Oh, that's Kingman to Yuma running nothing. That makes sense. He's kind of a waste of space right now. Now, what are you? There's more logs coming in. What do we look like here? They need logs. I tell you what we're going to do to solve this problem for right now. We're going to go here. We'll do a run full down here just to get logs coming in. Then the sugar, I think we're going to do a, I think we're going to just run kind of a temporary line. What's happened now, Flagstaff is a city now. Now it has all the needs of a small city. So we're going to go from Campbell Stop up here, and we can run full because it'll take one full load up there. And that'll get some sugar up there, and then we can do some corn. We can do a line. In fact, we can even do it like this. We can do a manual. And we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you go up here, you empty all that stuff. And down here, you have to be full. One train, Shay. Go. So that'll take some corn and some grain up to Flagstaff. I think this one made money, so it must have delivered. So we'll delete it. And what are you? Anderson Staff to Flagstaff. Oh, this was one of our run fulls. We don't want it to be run full. In fact, we don't even want the train anymore. What are you? I'm going to name this one. This is Kingman Flagstaff. Flagstaff. Some more logs going down. He's gotten 16. I will say this about the user interface. For a train game, it sure is hard to see the trains. I must say that. It really is. So we deleted the second one. Okay, we got one more train coming there. Does it have it? It needs one more thing of grain. Where is that? Do we have that train? We should have one from here going there, and we don't. Now, what are you? That's Flagstaff. No. And this is our little Yuma one. We just don't have enough goods down here. We don't have enough grain. Interesting. Grain isn't usually the problem. But when you found two cities like this, you're really asking for a lot. You really are. Now, one of the things we need to do is hook in the beer. All right, and get a line going like this. That hooks into the system and comes back like this. And we'll get a line from here to get the switches and do a line from here to here to here to here. Freight, Shay, go. Couple trains on that. Get beer headed to Flagstaff. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good, good. As soon as some of this stuff gets up here, like that beer and the next thing of meat, we're in business.
You created a city.
I guess we're in business now.
Dust and rags. Don't make me laugh. I would have saved myself the trouble or invested it into something more worthwhile. Something more worthwhile far away from here. Ha!
And I just really need to see this. I hope this is grain. Oh, it's empty. Good grief. Where's our grain headed to? This thing's probably very expensive now. 310, that's not bad. Okay, we'll close that. Bump it up a level. And we're going to put a dispatch hall on this one to make it load faster. There, finally, we got our grain going to Yuma. That will cause Yuma to be a city. As soon as it's done, this is going to become a warehouse. And we're going to put a settler bonus in Flagstaff to make it grow faster. And this should settle the fine city of Yuma. Good deal. Now this guy here, he's going to become Yuma to Anderson to Flagstaff to Anderson. A pass-through deal between those stations. Couple of trains go.
As in the Great Plains, you always manage to make the landscape bloom. The Lord is truly with you. Our passenger numbers are truly a miracle. We're well on our way to realizing our dream.
I see you have exceeded my expectations. In fact, you and your Mr. Holiday should have been bankrupt by now. Maybe there is still some profit to be made from your nonsense here.
Now we're on the last stretch. The salt of the Pacific coast is already in the air. And I have good news. Mr. Huntington is finally giving up his resistance. He made me promise that we would buy one of his private routes on the way. But I can't force you to do anything, can I?
Okay, we finished off that set of tasks. We got our 7 goods in Flagstaff. We hit our 300,000. We already finished Anita and the coal. Let's see what we got to do. Express status Santa Fe, LA. Grow LA to 35 and 32 loads of copper to Santa Fe. And then we still got all this stuff going on, including building up Arizona, which is what we've been working on. And we're close to having Arizona ready to have some growth. Yeah, I just did a quick time check. We've got a little time left, so let's see if we can't get started on some of this. And we need to finish off, make sure that this is set up to succeed. So let's go. I want to make sure that we have lines. We do not have a line from Kingman. We're going to do the pass-through deal. Kingman to here, to here, to here. And it didn't even catch Kingman. Kingman to here, to Tucson to here. Okay, so do a pass-through, Kingman to Tucson. Put at least, let's see, freight, put at least a couple of trains on it. Get that going. So if I'm reading this correctly, Kingman now has, it only has 1 going to Flagstaff. We're going to make that 2. Okay, it's got 1 to Yuma. We're going to make that 2. Okay, now let's check Yuma. Yuma, the business that goes in Yuma, we'd like to have clothing, actually, I think. Let's see, and we'd like to have a settler bonus, wouldn't we? Yeah, half a million. Let me check the money again. I think we'd be better off just taking our cash. But let's continue with this for a minute. I want to get these lines right. So we've got Yuma. It's going to Kingman. Now, what are you? Okay, that's the one that was hauling the. I hate to lose it. I think we'll let it run down there and then kill it, I think. And this one here, what are you doing? All right, this will be Flagstaff. So let's make sure we name this one. Yuma to Flagstaff. So we got Flagstaff with a couple of trains, and we've got Kingman with a couple, and we need here, 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 Tucson. With a couple of trains. There we go. Now this one's good, this one's good. Let's check Tucson. If it's good, then they'll all be good. Okay, none of these have names, so let's figure out what they are. This is Kingman. Oh wait, didn't we just do that? Kingman to Tucson. And what are you? This is Kingman to Flagstaff. And then what are you? If this is Yuma, we're in good shape. It is. Yuma to Tucson. Okay. And that means that kind of by default, Flagstaff will be okay. It's got a bunch of stuff passing through. We're going to fix that. Let's fix that right now. We'll come off, come down here. Build a bypass. Okay. All right, now, let's see. So here's Yuma and Tucson and Kingman, so they're all good. So this one here is actually not even needed anymore. And Campbell stopped to Flagstaff. We're going to change that. We're not going to run we did that to get Flagstaff 7 goods very quickly. We're going to run into here with our full train. And don't worry, we will give it better options. Oh, and we're going to make this a bigger station. Let that one train go by, maybe. Go on by, buddy. There we go. And then we'll make this line come. Let's go from the outside, like this. And I think we already changed this, didn't we? Okay. And it's not doing anything because we got one key change we have to make here. We have to make this into a warehouse. And in that warehouse, we're going to accept, we're already getting grain and corn. 1, 2, that's 3, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could probably do salt. Okay, so we got 8 raw materials at this warehouse. Beautiful. And now this line up here actually should start running. Here it goes. It's going to take stuff to that warehouse for those other cities. Now our city-to-city lines are the ones that are going to actually haul the raw materials out of this warehouse off to each city. So see, they'll come in with the goods that they're going to take to this target city, and then they'll top off with the raw materials and go up. And then we'll watch that and make sure we're getting enough of them. So you can see we're starting to get growth in 3 of our cities already, And Yuma, we want to give it two things. We want to give it a settler bonus, and we want to give it an industry. Now, I think the settler bonus would come first, actually. Oh, and I know there's something wrong up here. I see you are going, where are you trying to go? He's trying to go to Flagstaff. We actually want him to go down here to Anderson. And he could come back through Flagstaff as long as he leaves empty. He could bring something back. No. I do not want him touching that city. He's just going to go down like this, and there's going to be a couple of them. And he's running full. Yes, he's running full, bringing lumber down here. So we've got lumber and sugar and grain and corn right now in this setup. And the other thing we could do to just kind of make sure everything is copacetic is go over here and have a line that comes in like so. Like that. And goes here, and I do not want to haul sugar. I just want to haul the cattle because I don't want any confusion between the warehouse here and this up here. I think that's one of the ways people kind of get in trouble using the warehouses, is you get multiple sources and it gets confused. So we're going cattle in here to keep that meat in going. We should have plenty of grain coming over here from the various lines. And we need to just double check and make sure we're getting repairs everywhere. So I want all four of these freight stations out here to do repairs. And not do them down here. I want that dispatch hall down there so we can turn trains around quickly. That's a busy spot down there. There we go. So now we got repairs set everywhere, and we probably, do we have them out here? No, and let's do. There we got repairs out here. Do we have them out here? We don't, but let's do. There we go. All right, and that should be it. That should grow these cities very nicely for quite a while. When they hit 35,000, they're going to want milk, so we can set up milk and run it in here. And all we have to do is just run it into this warehouse. And there's salt right up here we can run down when the time comes. That looks pretty good. All right, now let's think about, well, how are we going to attack the rest of this? So we've got, this is like a train thing. This is a train thing. That's a train thing. And the other three are city growing. Okay. So we're going to have to work our way out here, get a bunch of money. It's going to cost us a lot of money to get Southern California. I'd like to get Southern California and get a connection out there to LA. We could start working on one of those express lines. And I would like to have, speaking of that, do we have any kind of, is this us? Oh, that's, sorry. That's that business opportunity here. I'm hoping will be clothing, or I'm going to make it clothing. I mean, we've got business opportunity here in Deming as well. We could use more money. Do I dare do it? I said I wasn't going to do the gold. No, I'm not going to do the gold because I wouldn't have seen that. I wouldn't have thought of it. I'm just not going to do it. Besides that, that's a lot of expensive track. They'd have to give you a lot of money in order to make that worthwhile. A lot of money. Okay, let's just run this. They've got logs coming. Beer would be a good one for them to start bringing. They've got it to export. There goes beer to Kingman. Good deal. Just what we want to see. He's going to Flagstaff. Okay. I think we probably can stop right there. So we've got this thing going now. This is a nice city to city pass through warehouse setup. It's pretty much on automatic, at least early on, until we get to 35,000. So we'll monitor these and watch for the opportunities. Still got two things we want to do, don't we? Let's do that settler bonus in Yuma. That will really help. That'll increase 100%. So that's going to double our growth rate until we hit 10,000. That's huge. That'll vault them up to 10,000 pretty quickly. Same thing here. I mean, these guys should be growing. Yeah, we've already done that bonus, so they'll get their growth quick, and you can see the fulfillment we're starting to get. And as I started to say, we'll monitor and make sure we've got. Oh, look at this! Here's an opportunity for a immigrant office. We may as well put it in. And yeah, let's stop right there. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it'll help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, and subscribe, and join us for our next Railway Empire 2 video. Thank you.